So if the brother don't want to join in, then hey, we gotta allow him to do him.
Right.
You know, hopefully, Lord willing, we'll see him on the other side. You know.
So, yeah. But the main part in that scripture, it says that if a man trespass against you, you go and tell him his fault.
And him alone. Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah.
Oh, you know him, yeah? He was checking all this business.
Yeah, Tellberry.
Yeah, exactly. No. You know, you gotta see that. Okay,
Sure.
maybe there's a misunderstanding. You know, maybe we can split aside. You know, we're men know what other men respect. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to a brother live and direct and try to get him to understand, try to listen to him, because some guys just want to be listened to, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because no one listens, innit? Everyone's got there's something to say. They want to show their ego, but no one actually humbles and listens to what other men have got to say. Express their emotions. Let the brother know I ain't judging you. I'm just trying to understand your plight, innit? You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, try to make him understand, even though you're trying to understand him, try to make him understand that, you know, that can't run. You're a man. You're intelligent. You know that that's not accepted here. You know, I don't know what you was doing before, but you can't do that here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta help him to a platform of respect. You know, or whatnot, whatever the issue is. But the point is that it's you and him alone. You ain't telling the whole world. You're not on Facebook and everything like that. Telling, you know. So who has something?
I was reading before.
Yeah, he was reading before, and then I'm on one after. Go ahead.
Alright, so back in Surah chapter 6, this says, start from verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide with thee in the day of trouble.
Right.
You got people like that.
You got people that are like that. They're just using you for company, man. Because they need to get a lot of shit off their chest, and you was there at the time just to hear them out. So you there, you know, they probably like your energy and everything like that. But at the end of the day, they know it's a dog-eat-dog world.
God.
So their thing is that, you know, they're just using you. That's just how it goes. That's life, innit? That's how they see it. It's life. So at the last, as soon as you get weak, they ain't trying to help you, man. You there to help them because you a good guy. You pure, but their thing is a dog-eat-dog world, innit? You know, every man for himself. Go ahead.
And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach.
Exactly. As soon as you and him fall out, that means he was never a good friend, man. You know?
True.
And you gotta notice these things about people, man. You know? Sometimes there's red flags about a person you can spot. That you can see maybe this person's not mature enough to be a true good friend to me. Maybe they're too emotional. You know what I'm saying? There's bitch-made qualities about them. You're thinking, oh, a guy like this, he don't have the level of depth that I do. Because in the situation that he was doing it in, I wouldn't have behaved like that way. So I know this guy's he's not on the level of maturity that I'm at. So maybe he's not qualified to be a good, stable friend to me, innit? And you'll see red flags about people, man. Even though we all look like men, not all men are at the same wavelength, man. So you gotta be able to use your wisdom to spot that. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Exactly, because it's all about socializing. Cigarette there, you know, it's all about socializing.
Yep.
They're a friend of you at the table and they'll put on that facade because, you know, people like acting, man. People in society, they like acting.
God, that's a fact.
They like, you know, smiling and saying, you're right, and everything like that. You know, putting on that act. But then in the day of what?
Verse 10, it says, again, some friend is a companion at the table,
right,
and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Day of your affliction, the time when society turns against us for being prophets and shit. All them guys in the world that will always smile in your face and you're right, and everything like that. You really think they're going to be defending you when all hell comes upon you, teaching this word? You got to know all these people are full of shit. The only family you got is a circle.
That's right.
You know
Even
what I'm
your
saying?
own family too. Your own family.
Yeah.
Even your own family is gonna turn against you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're a friend with you at the table because this society promotes socializing and you're not meant to discriminate between color and you got East Indians, you got Elamites, Moabites, Hamites all at the table and they're all pretending to be brothers. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, my brother. You know them Arabs, they call you brother.
Yeah, when you
Get
got in
out
the
here,
shop,
man.
in the Elam shop.
Yeah.
Brother, can I help you?
I'm saying they call you brother
You
and
give
shit.
them the money.
But then they got your people enslaved in Egypt.
Yeah, Libya
exactly.
as well, man.
In Libya, exactly. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Them fucking Arabs, man. Them Afghanistanians, man. Those guys. There's a marketplace in Brixton, innit? They sell little vegetables and shit.
Yeah, that's
And they're
Elon,
starting to
man.
get brave, you know. Some
Elon.
Jake woman came out and said, oh, they don't like black women, don't buy from their store. And everything like that. Saying, oh, this guy beat me up.
Yeah.
Him, red hair, him. And then the Arab, he just wasn't saying nothing. He was doing his thing.
But you know, though, brother, that's
The Arabs are
Elon,
getting
man.
brave, man.
Elam,
getting brave, you know.
Ishmael. Yep.
But they were saying once they'll call you brother.
My
Yep.
brother.
Yeah, my brother. You're
You
my
know what I'm
brother.
saying? So at the table, they're your friend. But in the day of your affliction, they don't care about you because that's when the reality comes out. Their real hate for you.
Yep.
That real Ishmaelite hate. Or that real Edomite or Edomite or Moabite hate. Go ahead.
That's the last.
Or
precept for that
niggas, or
point.
the simple niggas, man. Go ahead, man. Yeah, that's it.
Let me read verse 11. It says, "But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself."
In your prosperity. That in your prosperity, all of a sudden, the nigga want to leech off of you.
Yep.
Or the nigga woman want to leech off of you, man. She only there because she likes the lifestyle you're providing for her.
But she
The
hated
car,
you.
the
Right.
money, you taking her out. You know, she can sit there and be feminine, painting her nails, lip gloss while you're driving. You know, she feels all feminine in the carriage. That's what the car is, the carriage, isn't it? Okay. You know what I mean? So you're driving her here, there. She likes that lifestyle.
But brother, she hated you all this time.
But she never liked you. She never liked you. That's why there's a thing called hypergamy, man. Women don't like you. She likes the lifestyle, the guy who can provide her with the best lifestyle, man. You know.
Yeah, that's facts.
Verse 17.
So she read that verse again.
Yeah, there is more here. It says, "But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself,
He will be as thy son, girl,
and will be bold over thy servants."
and be bold over your servants. And you know, because you want the taste of that lifestyle. Go ahead.
If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face.
He will be ashamed to defend you, man. And you could have did good things for him as well. You could have been there at his lowest peak, man. And he was getting all emotional over his woman and her and shit. You were there to listen to his plight, trying to help him. And then when you go in the fuckery, you see if he want to hear your shit. But you'll know that it just her having conversations with the guy, and he'll talk about his issues. You'll listen. But when you want to talk about your issues, he don't want to listen. You want to change subject or go into something else. That's how you know that's a nigga that's not gonna stand with you when all hell comes on you, man.
That's right.
You'll see that little red flag just by having a conversation with the nigga, man. Here's a nigga that he likes your company, but when you going through some shit, he ain't there. Go and read that.
It says, "Separate thyself from thine enemies,
Separate yourself from your enemies. When you see that a guy ain't with you, man, 100. That he's really selfish, man. Go ahead.
and take heed of thy friends."
Take heed of your friends.
A
So
faith-
it say keep your enemies close, but your friends closer, son of that.
Yeah, that's what Esau is saying. I got that from listening.
Yeah.
I learned that from them Edomites in Christianity.
Yeah.
Enemies closer.
Oh,
Keep your friends
yeah.
close. And they do apply that. They do really, that's their philosophy. In Christian, I know from being in Christianity, they want to come around your house, they want to sit down, They want you to give them some.
They're all Christians, brother.
Yeah, they want to taste the curry and rice and the curry goat. They want all of that, you know, and be around you. But you don't know nothing what's going on in their household. Nothing. You don't know what's going on in your heart.
Serpent is, isn't it?
You want to know what's going on in your household and your wife, you and your wife, what you do, how you get her from the back and everything. They want to know everything. Yeah, go on.
It
Careful
says,
of them Edomites, man.
it says, a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found one hath found a treasure.
You see, but you only find guys like that in the circle, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Wherever I've gone in this world, man, the most faithful men I've ever found is within this truth. I never found that in the world, man. In the world, you got guys. You don't ever think that you see a bag of niggas rolling together and they all trust one another. Them niggas are doing all kind of evil towards one another, taking one another's girls, you know, and it's just that's just the way it is. That's the game, innit? That's what keeps them tough, as they say.
Wow.
You know, they do evil towards one another, but then he'll do evil to you and he'll be like, well, why didn't you dare to back it? But wait a minute, you just did evil to me last week.
Why is it?
But he don't think nothing of it because his mentality, that's just the game, innit?
Yeah, it's the game to a bunch of savages, man.
You know what I mean?
A bunch of degenerates.
But that's how cause they're moving at a low. That's all a nigga know is low.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been trained through the spirit of the scriptures not to be that way. See, the words of the Bible is not just a bunch of words, man. There's a spirit attached to these words, man. A spirit of honor, a spirit of integrity, that when you read it, it resonates with you, man. And it formulates a certain character within you that separates you from people of the world, making you holy. Read.
Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Nothing does what?
Countervail a faithful friend.
Exactly. You can't do that. You can't. Cause that brother's an angel, man. That brother's a spirit, and people of the world are not spiritually minded. They don't see that, man. They don't value a good friend. That you don't, because if you lose that friend, you're by yourself. Back to square one again. Trying to find somebody that's faithful in a world that's overrun by wickedness. You ain't gonna find that, man. That's a treasure. That brother is a treasure. You know what I mean?
And brother, could I just say something as well? And this is why, man, like, you know, me personally, you know, I would say to brothers and advise brothers, don't be dealing with people in the world, man. You know, you gotta separate yourself from these people, because these people, they're under the influence of Satan.
Yep.
You know, so when you dealing with them, that spirit of them is rubbing off on you, or vice versa. You know, so this is the brotherhood right here. This is the family. So if you got anything going on with you, your personal life, whatever, it's for you to go talk to that brother, you know, or especially a brother you basically know. You understand? But it's all in the circle. These people out here, they got all kind of intentions. You don't know these people.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Because like I said, as I already said before, because iniquity shall abound, the love of
Many shall wax cold,
man. So people,
That's
they
true.
have a lot of insecurities, man, in their mind. A lot of suspicions.
Yeah.
A lot of people you might think that they might be good people, but they got a lot of suspicions, man. They got a lot of insecurities, and that's what causes them to do what they do. You know what I mean? So you just gotta be careful how you're dealing, man, because whatever you say, whatever you do, can trigger off a spirit, man.
Yeah.
That can make somebody do something, see you in a certain way, and want to do harm to you, man. You know what I mean? And what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
Yeah, can I just say something out while you're thinking? I had a so-called friend before I was in that Christianity, and we was supposed to be friends. We would do things. We both had cars. And one time I remember my car broke down. I was just on my way into the Christianity thing. My car broke down. It was about late in the morning, or
So was he a fellow
1
Christian?
o'clock. No, he wasn't. He wasn't a fellow Christian. I'm coming to it.
Okay.
And so when my car broke down, now I called him. I said, I'm in the area. I just need a jump start. Went round the yard, you know, and I said, can you help me jumpstart it? He said, I can't. I said, why not? He said, I just can't. When I thought about it, I said, he's in there with the girl. He can't leave the girl, and you know, maybe I interrupted his thing. You understand? So he couldn't let it go. So I'm thinking, I know I would have done it for him. I would have done it for him, but he wasn't going to do it for me. I'm going to bring out this precept. Proverbs 17 and 17 says,
don't respect you, he's probably using you for something.
a friend loveth all the times, and this is what made me go into Christianity. And a brother is born for adversity. A friend loveth all the time, a brother is born for adversity. Sometimes you want your own brother might not be born for adversity. Your own fleshly brother might not be born for adversity. Because adversity is like when they say the vows married through thick and thin, you know, and enough woman ain't down with that shit. And I learned that, you know.
Do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. That's a test you should give to a man. That if you're uncertain whether he's cool or not, try to see if he would do the same to you.
So a good example is, you know, Tyson Fury and the boxer. When they did gay marriage in Britain, he said that God's going to destroy Britain. You know? Yeah, he said that, and then they were hounding him, and that's when he went through his depression stage. And he said he used to have a big entourage.
Yeah.
And when he went through all that period, he said his friends that were always there with him, they left him, man. You know what I mean? And now he's come back, and they probably ringed him up saying,
he's a world champion now.
Now he's and he's an Israelite, man. He's a gypsy, man. He's a Benjamin.
Even though some say he might have cheated, but that's, you know, but
probably sold out. You know, niggas.
The principle's there.
You're talking about my guy. What's his name, man?
The boxer guy.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
the big guy.
Because remember, when he was born, he said that he was born under premature.
And
they said that he's not going to survive, and his dad said, no, we pray to God he's going to survive. And he called him Tyson because he was a fighter.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and he's a gypsy. He's an Israelite.
He's an Israelite.
But he's a
wicked ras though, but he's an Israelite.
He's not going to make it, man.
The way he was carrying, I thought he was a heathen, man. The way he carried on, man.
Nah, that's a jig.
He's wicked. He's wicked, man. He carries on like a heathen because he's wicked.
No. Tyson Fury's the white boxer.
Yeah, the tall.
Yeah, the Irish boxer.
With the accent.
He's a gypy. Yeah, he knocked out Deontay Wilder, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought Tyson Fury was a heathen, man. He licked the brother's neck, you know?
Licking the blood and all that. Yeah. I don't like him. I don't like him.
I didn't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him.
You know what Jake's do.
Yeah, Jake did.
Yeah.
Shit too, man.
Real Tyson, he did that.
Real talk.
Yeah. I don't like him not because of
Tyson,
not because of the Israelite foreigner, but because he's a wicked motherfucker. And I didn't like Deontay Wilder. And because he was I don't like none of them. But when it comes down to sport, I like to see fairness, fair and square. I don't like cheats.
Brother,
I wouldn't like no one who cheated.
I don't mean to cut you, brother, but Tyson did the same thing. Tyson bit the hair of
Holyfield, did it?
Holyfield,
Yeah.
So that's something you go and do that.
He knew he was going to lose the fight. That's why he did that, man.
But still, man.
That ain't cool. That ain't cool.
Right, go on.
Back in the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 16. It says, a faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him.
It's true, it's medicine. I mean, you can actually call up a brother and say, yo, bro, I want to talk to you. And he responds and says, hey, man, you can talk to me anytime, man. That's like a relief, man. Like a spirit has been taken off of you, man.
Burden,
Like
a burden.
Burden, man.
Yeah.
And then you can call that brother and he answers the phone. And then he's just ready and waiting. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a present, man, from the Most High. Do you get what I mean? And then he don't judge you or whatever like that.
Well, the scripture says you are to bear the infirmity of the weak. I'm roughly paraphrasing.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. No, because I don't really like technology, but because now I'm in the brotherhood and I don't know what a brother might be calling me for, I always make sure that I get to the call of it, whether it's, I always make sure I keep it open. I don't really like technology. The brothers know me how it is. Yeah. But just because you don't know why someone might be trying to call you, don't know what could be happening. in hospital, whatever, just be on call, you know, for that sake, you know.
The call, you call them back.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might not really want to hear a brother right now.
Right.
You probably got some upset about something, or you just want time to yourself, you just don't feel in the mood. But if you could still just listen to him,
Yeah, hear him out.
even if you don't really want to at the moment, man, you're doing him a service, man. You know what I mean? You're taking a load off of his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing on your behalf, man. You get what I mean? You're sowing in more righteousness, you could say.
Spiritual bank account, isn't it?
Spiritual bank account, man. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Whoso feareth Yahweh will direct his friendships aright. For as he is...
So read that again, sir.
Let me read it again. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Exactly.
For as he is, so shall his neighbour be also.
So if you fear the Most High, you're going to make sure that friendship goes right, man. You're going to be careful with how you talk to a brother. Or if you feel a certain spirit on you and you can't be bothered or whatnot, don't show that, because that's not a negative impression you want to make. Just, you know, show your aptness to want to hear the brother, to help the brother. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes brothers chat to me on WhatsApp at that time. I probably don't feel like I really want to, but I don't show that. I will still show that I want to talk to the brother.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes
You once say you're tired, didn't you?
that's half dead, man.
But you gotta be truthful at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, just know that we're all serving one another. Yahweh Shai cleaned the feet of the brothers.
Exactly. Yep.
Yahweh Shai did that. I mean, who in their right mind wants to do that? Like, come on, let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
the profession is washing people's feet. But he did it to show that that's how we ought to be towards one another, man.
Yeah.
This is the fruit of the kingdom to come. Brothers at service towards one another. Brothers not feeling like they're too high and mighty to, you know, lower himself to do this because I'm a son of God. I'm an Israelite. Nah, man. You know what I mean?
But that's the part. Well, that's the part of being an Israelite. Part of being an Israelite is helping your brother.
Exactly.
That's one of the main things. Help your brother.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
So-
Supporting one another.
Yeah.
Putting them first before you.
That's love.
That's love. Years ago, I had, I think you was in the camp then, but years ago I was in hospital, and a certain brother came to see me in hospital. He said, I can't stay long, I hate hospitals.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 15 minutes, and he went, man. I'm thinking to myself, hang on, I'm here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been there for 4 days. You know what I mean? Hate the food, I'm in pain. You come, you stay 10 minutes, and you say,
You might as well not have come.
yeah, you might as well not have come, man. And now that so-called brother ain't a brother, man. He's out of the truth and he's bugged out, man.
We came. Don't forget we came.
Yeah,
came
no, I remember.
Couple
but-
times we came.
Yeah, no, I remember you came, and I appreciate that.
I'm saying it for the edification. We came. We came when he was in hospital couple times.
But
Yeah.
he's not in this circle no more.
Yeah, that person. Yeah.
He's dating bashment girls now, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, him.
Yeah, doing his own thing.
Well, you know, when you do good to a brother, you don't do it really. It's not even about the brother.
Huh.
You're doing it for your own validation.
Yeah, I got a
Prove to
precept.
yourself that you are a man of honor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing it for, like, almost like
Show
for yourself,
selflessness.
man.
To show selflessness, man.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to do the other thing, the opposite. It's easy to be lazy or to be the nigga and not, help your brother, right? It's easy to do that.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Well, what's the point if you're just gonna walk through life and just be like that, man? No one, not honoring the next man, or no man honors you. You gotta build them relations, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes it all the worthwhile. Go ahead.
Precept. Psalms 18 and 20 says, For the Lord rewardeth me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands, hath he recompensed me. 24. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful. With the upright man thou wilt show thyself upright.
Right.
With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure. With the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but will bring down high looks.
Yeah, you gotta hate people of the world, man.
You can't.
When you really, when you think about people of the world and how they deal, sometimes you hate them because they've got no fucking honor, man.
But no one has integrity nowadays. That's the thing.
You get what I mean? I had a guy that I'll keep chatting about him, but he's like my perfect example of what I'm talking about. The guy that blocked me on WhatsApp just because I told him about the kingdom and whatnot. Then they could turn around and said, "Oh, you're a bum, you're broke. Oh, that's why girls don't like." Out of nowhere, he just said all this, and I've been hanging around this guy for years. I think he just came out and I'm thinking, wow, man. Do you know what I mean? Like even if I did have a friend that was a bum and broke, I'm not gonna put that in. I'm gonna throw it in his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if he's done me good, I'll never do that to him. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
can I say
he
something?
did that to me. I'm thinking, wow, man, this man have no value for certain characteristics of a man. He judged me solely based on my ambition and what I have. He didn't judge me based on my character.
But you know
that's
what,
how you
brother?
value friends. You ain't gonna value somebody that's got money and trying to do this and trying to do that.
Huh.
That's not how you value men.